Okay, we're getting ready to have the first round game of North Penn at Wilmington. The Blitz visiting the Generals. And North Penn got in as an 8-8 team, Wilmington 15-0. So, or 15-1, excuse me. So Wilmington's definitely a favorite here. I'm guessing we're starting at 1 p.m. Central Time. It just mentioned a 2 o'clock start time, but sometimes guys on the East Coast assume we're all on the East Coast. So I'm just guessing that means 1 p.m. Central. So we should be starting here fairly quickly. See if there we go. We have a game ID. Okay. Ah. All right. Wilmington kicks off, so North Penn Blitz will start with the ball on their own 20. Both teams playing a 3-4. Jaworski with a flat pass, incomplete. I do not understand why, but my yard lines are not showing up whenever there's a playoff league. And I have reset it a few times. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but here we are, second 10. Watch out for Joe Delaney. He had over 1,500 yards and I believe led the league at like 5.8 per carry. So very dangerous guy on down and distances like this, especially when teams are leaning pass. Here's an in run left, called correctly, loses a yard. Take a look at Joe Delaney's guess wrong card. You'll see what I mean. Short gains 6 and 8, plus 28 on 12, and a nice little plus 82 on 2. So 3rd and 11, 3 wide receiver set versus a 3-3-5. Great pass rush on the front 3 for the Generals. Long pass Welker, 1 man deep. And we've got a sack fumble recovered by the offense. And it'll be 4th and quite a bit from their own 7, 4th and 23. North Penn will punt. Wilmington's a very complete team, excellent special teams, crazy receiving targets, and Ken Anderson, best player in the set. Rookie James Brooks gets 2 on the punt return. Wilmington starts at midfield. Joe Washington and Ted Brown, both excellent receivers out of the backfield. And the tight end and both wide receivers, excellent as well. There's an off tackle left, Joe Washington. No gain, flag on the field, personal foul. And it goes on the blitz. So 1st and 10 at the 35. Check from time to time to see if anybody's looking to join. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Tim. I'll just hang in the background for the most part here as I'm sort of out and about.
Okay. If you want to take over play-by-play at any time, just let me know. You're welcome to.
I appreciate it. I'm out at a Little League game, so I'm not.
I was thinking you mentioned your son had a game today, so.
Yeah. So I'll listen to the radio call while I'm watching the baseball game here.
Gotcha. And if you've had a chance to look at Wilmington, did you find any weaknesses This is one of the best teams I've ever seen in IFL.
Well, when I played him, I just blitzed the heck out of him. Was able to get there a number of
Yeah,
times. That was the key.
excellent.
Just damn everything else and just go after him because so much short passing.
Yep. Both offensive tackles and the left guard are maxed out, 6'7s. So just excellent offensive line in front of all the weapons that he puts on the field in the skill positions. Bob asked Jay to hold my wife. I don't really want to get into the meaning of that, but Jay said no problem. Yeah, Wilmington led the league in both points scored and fewest points allowed, so obviously outstanding team. And Anthony's the stat cruncher as far as stats that you don't really see in the Stratomatic League Manager without having to compare them. But I would guess Kenny Anderson probably led the league in most short passes, which is a great strength of theirs when you throw in the fact they've got great receivers, great pass blocking, and it's Anderson's best column. And then you get into the dump off game with the great protection. So. I did not play Wilmington. I did play North Penn late in the season and was able to win the game, but feel like North Penn is a very good team, and Joe Delaney is really scary as a running back. Dexter Bussey is a nice number 2 running back as well. And North Penn was a 50-50 team. They ran exactly 50% of their offensive plays, so very balanced type team. Wilmington passed more than they ran this year, but with Ken Anderson, you don't want to leave too many passes unused. So very understandable. So far, we've had one game completed, and here we go. Short to John Jefferson. Guess right. It's going to be flush from the pocket, 7-yard pickup. Looking for Ted Brown. First down, or I'm sorry, 2nd and 3 at the North Penn 28. I believe since Wilmington's base offense is probably a pro set because Ted Brown does get some carries as well. There's a linebacker Brown, filled the zone, but guess wrong, gets 5 first down. Gets 3 first down, excuse me. Great field goal kicker for Wilmington. Nick Lowry, one of the best in this era, and he went very highly in the draft. If not first round, it was definitely second, but may have even been a first-round pick. There's a look into Dan Ross, one man in zone. He's going to be sacked. There's the pressure. Harvey Martin. So 2nd and 14. Defense doesn't have to stay in a base set where offense will go to a blocking back set, get a little extra bump in pass protection. Defense stays 3-4, no blitz. Both safeties are 6s for the North Penn blitz. Short to John Jefferson, No extra pressure. 15-yard pickup. That's going to get a first down. Ball at the 14. So Wilmington started at midfield and are down to the 14 here. As you see on Ken Anderson's card, all of his completions guessed right, or at least 14 yards. So short to Jefferson. He's got one blitzer coming. Incomplete. Second 10. And run left, Ken Anderson's got a great in-run card. 6, 7, 8 short gain plus a couple of other ones. There's a short gain, 13 down on the 1. So 18 chances of a short gain on Ken Anderson's guess wrong card. First and goal at the 1. That's where it's nice having a free safety 6. You can use him just equally well against the run. So linebacker Frank Hawkins, guessed right. Got the block, touchdown. Ed Newman makes the block. Lowry's extra point is good, and 7-0 Generals. Kickoff, touchback. Wes Welker and Freddie Scott are the wide receivers. We'll call it tight end. Joe Delaney getting 8 yards. Guess wrong. He will fumble occasionally, but most of the guys in this era would be considered fumblers if they were in the modern era. So a guy that's like Delaney here, 37 chance guess wrong, it would be really high for the modern era, but it's not so much for the early 1980s. Here's a short pass, guess right, Freddie Scott, incomplete. So 3rd and 2 at their own 28. North Penn sets up in a pro set. Neither team threw deep a whole lot. Short Freddie Scott, incomplete. Got the receiver reading, but got the dreaded 7 off a receiver card. So 4th and 2, they stay in the pro set, trying to steal a possession here. Short to Scott again, guess right. It's going to be a dump off, and it's first down, 5-yard pickup. Ron Jaworski goes underneath the Delaney, first down at their own 33. Rob Carpenter in at fullback. So look into Carpenter, 13-yard pickup. As you see, Carpenter has a good guess wrong flat card. And it's got good yards, guess right. It's going to be an offsides, 1st and 15. Flat pass for right, Joe Delaney. Throwing at the 6, incomplete. Bob Swinson at the left linebacker spot, the only 6 in the linebacker core of the Generals, but everybody else is a solid 5. Second 15 goes to a 3-3-5 against a 3 wide receiver set. And so look into Delaney, guess wrong. Short gain, 12 yards, setting up a 3rd and 3. Whoops, flag down. Personal foul against Wilmington. So each team early in the game showing a little extra emotion, getting the personal foul. And North Penn will start at the Wilmington 32, 1st and 10. Can't go 3 wide receiver set here, actually. Soft tackle draw, 4-yard pickup. So linebacker Bussey, short yardage defense. Offsides Wilmington, sets up 2nd and 1 at the Wilmington 23. Just under halfway past the midpoint of quarter 1. So off tackle left Bussey will be guessed wrong. He's got a short gain, 16 yards. Going to get down to the Wilmington 7. First down. General show blitz. And run right Delaney, 0. And Wilmington's offside. That's going to move it down to the 3, 1st and goal. See if they go to a 3 running back full house here. Stay in the pro set. It's got good run blockers. Everybody's a 5 except the tight end, and he's got a 6 at center. It's Carpenter, linebacker, guess right. 0. Carpenter's a low fumble guy, bare minimum. 2nd goal. Guess wrong, short to Scott, incomplete. It's going to set up a 3rd and goal. North Penn's kicker is very good out to the 12-yard line. He misses an 11 on extra point, but he's sort of shaky. He's like 2 through 6 and 11 and 12, something like that, from the 13 to the 32. So he's in good field goal range now, but down 7-0. We'll see if he ends up looking at 4-down territory here if he doesn't score on this play. 3 wide receiver, 1 running back set. Gain of 2 yards there, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 1. Full house set. I'll take a left Carpenter. He loses a yard, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Wilmington will take over at their own 2. Nice drive by North Penn. They kept it alive with a 4th down try early in the drive, but unable to get in the end zone. But they have great defensive field position. Not showing blitz here. So looking to Dan Ross, 1 man in zone. Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7. Flat pass right, Joe Washington. Guess right. He's going to pick up 8 yards. He's got great yardage on his he's maxed out as far as number of catches, but he's also got great yardage on his completions for halfback. As you see, almost everything gets wrong, double digits, and really nice +8 on 7. There's a 6-yard pass going to Ted Brown. It'll be 2nd and 4. Anderson starting the game 5 of 6. Looking past guess wrong, Dan Ross, 2 men in zone, +10. So Anderson working the Generals out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Short to Joyner, guessed right against a 4. Must run, no fumble. It's considered a quarterback sack. Must run was for 0. 2nd and 10. It's always good to be able to get 1 yard on a must run and stay on your quarterback's fumble rating versus going to the sack fumble chance if you get 0 or a negative number on the must run. So 2nd and 10, 6 for 7, 49 yards so far for Anderson. There's going to be a dump off. It's going to be incomplete. Anderson looking for Ted Brown on the checkoff. Pretty good chance there. There's where the 7 kicks in. You had an 11 pass rusher coming, and Leon Gray, being a 7 pass blocker, able to stop that. That would have been a sack against a 5 pass blocker. Random of 40, but it was only a 1 through 24 chance. So 3rd and 10, staying in the base set here with blocking back. 3-3-5, a couple of double teams, short to Ted Brown. He's as good as almost any team's flanker as far as number of catches, like Joe Washington is, and it's a 16-yard pickup, 1st and 10 for Wilmington, up 7-0, last minute of the first quarter. So in run left, gets wrong for Joe Washington. He's going to get a couple of yards. Ted Brown, playing blocking back, makes the block over there. And it took a perfect block, and Ted Brown delivered. White rolls 6. So off tackle left, Washington. This one will be guessed right. He loses a yard. It's going to set up 3rd and 9. Short to Jefferson. He is being double teamed on this one. It's going to be incomplete. Defender X. And the double team made a difference. It was Lou Breeden, who's a 5, and the Y roll is 6. So the double team makes a nice difference there. Good call by Bob. Here's the punt down around the don't return zone, and he does not, and it bounces into the end zone. Most of us will return it from the 7 and let it bounce from the 6. Obviously, great punt returners, game score, things like that play into that. But having talked to quite a few people, that's about where our cutoff usually is. It's a gain of 2 for Joe Delaney, 2nd and 8. 13:48 remaining in the first half. There's long to Welker. There's nobody deep. He's guarded by 5. It's going to be a dump. And got 7. It's going to set up a 3rd and 1. And we did see North Penn go for a 4th and 2 earlier in the game. So he may be looking at both downs to convert this, barring a big sacker penalty. Short to Freddie Scott. Guess wrong. He's got 16. Beats the defender 4. And North Penn's out to their own 45. First down. I'll take a left Delaney. Guess wrong. He's going to get 5-yard offsides on Wilmington, so it'll be 1st and 5. It's going to be a look into Carpenter. Nobody there, but it's guessed right. Incomplete. Second 5. It's going to be a left flat to Rob Carpenter. Short yardage call. Got a couple. 3rd and 3. Moves into Wilmington territory at the 48. Long to Welker. Nobody deep. Incomplete. Had a good matchup there. Guess wrong. Nobody deep. Jaworski unable to hit there. So it'll be 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. Pro set. It's called run. Short pass to Freddie Scott. And incomplete. Got the 7 again. Freddie Scott's had some shots in this game. He's got 2 catches for 23 yards, but he's had quite a few short pass catch wrongs and just has the 2 catches at the moment. So Wilmington will take over at their own 48, up 7-0, just over 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Short to Ted Brown, guess right. This man is on the line of scrimmage, incomplete. So he would have been able to beat a defender X, and had that been a 2 or a 12 on the short pass card, it would be a long game. 2nd 10, James Brooks makes an appearance in the backfield. Don't have to tell you, great receiver. In run left, Brooks. He's being double teamed. Guess wrong. Gets the dreaded 5. We've seen a few of those on each team. So it'll be 3rd and 10, Wilmington at their own 48. Wilmington's got the odds in their favor normally in games with the advantages they have. So they're not a team that goes for it a ton on 4th down. And they probably ahead in the game. Most times those situations came up. So short pass Dan Ross, and he is being double teamed by the free safety, Gary 46 Fensick. It's going to be a dump off. 8 yards again. We saw that before from Joe Washington, and Cincinnati will go for it. Coming out in the pro set. 4th and 4 at the North Penn 46. It's in run left, Washington. It'll be guess right. Pick up on 1. He does not get the first down. Harvey Martin makes the play. 1st and 10, North Penn at their own 45. 9.5 left, 2nd quarter. Delaney gets 1 yard. Hasn't broke anything yet. 6 for 16 for Delaney early on. As you can see, he has just a killer guess wrong card. 27 chances of 6 yards or better. So look in, guess wrong. Reese McCall, it's going to be incomplete. So we'll set up 3rd and 9. Three wide receiver, 1 running back set. 3-3-5. Not showing blitz here. Johnny Perkins, a very capable 3rd receiver, being guarded by a nickelback 4. He is being double teamed. It's a draw left to Delaney. He's going to get 5 yards and get him into 4th and 4. We'll see if he goes for it again here. He will, and he will go 3 wide receiver, 1 running back. We've seen Jay Cole run in this situation, even though single back guessed right already. We've seen Jay Cole run at least once in this situation before. Flat to Delaney. He's got the first down. Ball to Wilmington 44. Looking to Carpenter. He's got 5. Get him to 2nd and 5. Risk pace early. Jaworski is 8 for 17, 65 yards early on. Here's an end run, guess right. Delaney's got a couple. And we'll set up 3rd and 3. Minimum snap fumble for Jaworski. Pro set. Off tackle left. It's guessed wrong for Delaney. And he's got a short gain. His first big hit of the day, 15 yards. It's going to get to the Wilmington 22. It's long to Welker. It's going to be picked off. Guess right. And the Generals will take a touchback and take over at their own 20. First turnover of the game, accepting the turnovers on downs we've seen. First interception or fumble. 1st and 10, 6 minutes remaining. Jay likes his Bengals. Ken Riley with the interception there. And, of course, he's got Joyner, Kenny Anderson, Dan Ross, among others. So off tackle left, Washington will be guessed wrong. He's going to get 11 and gets it out to the 31, 1st and 10. North Penn received the opening kickoff, so Wilmington kind of like to do a bookends here, maybe run the clock out if possible and get the ball to start the second half. 4-yard pickup guess right for Joe Washington. He's 6 carries, 17 yards. Linebacker Ted Brown guessed right. He's got 7, and Wilmington got another first down a little over 4 minutes before intermission. Short pass Joyner. It's guessed wrong. Long gain. It's got 40 yards. And there's a flag on the field. Holding on the offense. So 1st and 20, Wilmington at their own 32. They will start with the blocking back set here with Joe Washington at halfback. Okay, let me make sure. He said I didn't hear any audio. Make sure I'm still plugged in. Get Dennis on board. Hey, Dennis, you probably can't hear me if there's no audio. Make sure my headphones are plugged in correctly. Hey, Dennis. Can you hear me, Dennis? I wonder if I've accidentally hit a mute button somewhere. Unmute. Seems like I should have audio. I don't know why I'm not. Testing, testing. It's a short game for Joe Washington on an end run by Ken Anderson. He's got 14. Hey, Dennis, I can hear you.
This is Anthony, just saying testing's
Oh,
working
Anthony.
fine, working fine for me, just so you know.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's going to set up 3rd and 7. Cincinnati was at 1st and 20, and they've picked up 15 yards since then. Or I'm sorry, 14 yards. There's a completion short pass to Joe Washington, 11 yards. Ball at the North Penn 44, and we're under 3 minutes left in the first half. Okay, it's working on YouTube. That's where I'm broadcasting it to. It'd actually be helpful to an old non-tech guy like me. There's an incomplete. I like had a to-do list in setting up broadcasts. Sometimes I'm like trying to pick, okay, do I want to YouTube this? I'll live stream this. This is a recording. I don't do it enough to actually have a routine and such down. 2nd 10, North Penn 44, Wilmington looking 2 minutes left to get into field goal range at least, or if not, at least drain some clock so they can have the lead at the half and get the ball to start the second half. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Staying in a running formation, blocking back, halfback. I'm a big fan of doing that as much as you can, especially if you've got good receiving halfbacks. And one of those is being double teamed. He's going short to Jefferson, who's not double teamed. Hoping to get a dump off, if not a straight out completion. He does get the dump off, and he's got 6 yards. So 4th and 4 at the 38. It's going to go with a pro set here. Kenny Anderson's out of runs. He's used both in runs and got short gains on both of them. So been very effective. If you're North Penn, you'd love to get the ball here with decent field position and all your timeouts. 122 remaining. It's going to be a look and guess right, Dan Ross. It's incomplete. So 1:15 remaining, and North Penn will take over at their own 38, 7-0 Wilmington. He's going to go in a one running back set with Delaney, and he's going to be guessed wrong on an in run. And he gets a big short gain, 19 yards. Inbounds, still got all his timeouts. going to go to a hurry up, I believe. 45 seconds remaining in the half. Wilmington 43. Wilmington shows blitz to the blitz. And run left Delaney, guess wrong. 3-yard pickup. Single back, guess right. Guess wrong. Would have only been a couple extra yards, but right by that plus 82. Not taking a timeout. A little surprised. 22 seconds remaining, 2nd and 7 at the Wilmington 40. Flat pass left, Delaney. He's got 5. He's not trying to get out of bounds here. Takes his first of 3 timeouts. 2 remaining. 15 seconds left, 3rd and 2. And again, North Penn's 50-50 kind of range from the 32 all the way down to the 13. So they're a long way from sure field goal position at this point. There's a draw right, Delaney, and he does not get the block. He could have got it had he been in a running set, but Reese McCall falls to a 0. So it'll set up 4th and 2. And run left Delaney. Does his tackle make the block? He does not. And Wilmington will take over at their own 35. 1 play remaining in the half. It's just going to be a look in. Marcus Anderson. And he grabs 8 yards. And that will be the end of the first half. Wilmington leading 7-0. And they will receive the second half kickoff. Rob's going to need a few minutes. I'm going to take a quick pause, grab some coffee, and we'll be back in about a minute. Okay, we'll take a quick look at the box score. Wilmington leading 146, 134 in total yards and up 11-8 in first downs. One turnover in the game, and it was an interception into the end zone. So here we go. Kickoff to the 10, 20-yard return, 1st and 10, Wilmington at their own 30. Do a quick check on runners. Unfatigued Joe Washington 15, Ted Brown has 25. Ted Brown's not as good a card as Joe Washington. Washington had a great year for him. There's a pickup of 19 short to John Jefferson. It's going to get them all the way out to the Wilmington 49. Joe Washington, I want to say, averaged like 5.4 per carry, and he had a mid, like 4.5 yard real life average. So he does very well playing off of Ken Anderson. Here's long to Joyner, gets to 4. It's going to be a sack. Jacob Green, 11 pass rusher, beats Leon Gray, who's a 7 pass blocker, 1 through 27. He got the 19, so big play if you're North Penn as Wilmington gets up around midfield and knowing how good Nick Lowry is. We'll take a look at Lowry here in just a moment. So 2nd and 20. And James Brooks comes in. Three, 3-5 set. Long to Jefferson. 1 man deep, not double teamed, incomplete. Jefferson's got 3 catches, 40 yards. As you see, Nick Lowry is 2 through 11 on extra points, 2 through 10 out to the 12, 2 through 9 and 12, 2 through 8, 11 and 12, and then 2 through 4. So very dependable kicker all the way out to the 32. And 3rd and 20. Wilmington at their own 39 here. It's not going to be many plus 20 opportunities off of a short pass, but if you throw it, there's always a chance you can get a pass interference or a holding call on the defense and get a first down. It's going dime. It's going to give an automatic guess wrong to Washington if he chooses to run it here. It's going off tackle left, and there's no containment. It's got a short gain. It's got 16. So it's going to set up 4th and 4 at the North Penn 45. Punting it away. Pat McAnally going for the corner. It's going to be a good punt. Out at the 7. So North Penn able to withstand the end of the half drive and first drive of the second half and still only down 7. Going against a great team like Wilmington, you've got to feel pretty good being down 7, 13 minutes remaining in the half. Still in the game. Showing blitz, Wilmington. It's going to be a look in Wes Welker. Nobody there. It's a sack. Curtis Green with the sack. He had the maxed out chance on a flat pass of 1 through 40. Got the random of 12. Only lost a yard, though. 2nd and 11. Still showing blitz. He's done a good job on most of the downs of guessing right when Joe Laney's ran it. Here's Delaney off tackle. Linebacker Steve Nelson makes the play. Loses a yard. 3rd and 12. It's going to go 3 wide receiver, 1 running back set here. 3-3-5 showing blitz again. Short to Perkins, free safety blitz. Defender X, he got it. So Perkins beats the nickelback 4 and grabs a 17 yards on the short gain. 1st and 10, North Penn at their own 22. The punter is really upset on the sideline. He thought he was going to get his first chance to appear in the game. Mom in the stands, and they pick up the first down. I don't like to jump in, but I'm just going to make a note because we've seen him go to 3-3-5 set. Again, I hate jumping in, but I feel like I need to here. 2nd and 2. Yeah, it's like Anthony mentioned. I always have the league rules on up and loaded when I'm playing a game because I'm in like 5 or 6 leagues and there's no league that has the same rules. So you sort of need to kind of be aware of when you can blitz, when you can go 3 wide receiver, things like that. So 3rd and 2, staying in the pro set. Short yardage, short to Scott. Again, he rolls the 7. I mean, Freddie Scott has owned the 7 roll. Unfortunately, it's an incomplete. Right bias plus 42. And he continues to use that play quite a bit on short yardage situations. He's been fortunate. He's got it guessed wrong. He's got the receiver roll. He's just not rolling a roll that is in Freddie Scott's wheelhouse. So 4th and 2, we've seen this before. North Penn going for it at their own 30. I'm more of a 4th and 1 go for it on situations like this versus 2, but I'm sure a lot of coaches in the league like this. Oh, it goes to Scott again. Now, it was guessed right, and it came up with 7, but it was a 7 off Jaworski's card this time. 14-yard pickup, first down. North Penn has done a good job of converting 4th downs. Some of them are pretty high risk, but he is 3 for 6 on 4th downs at the moment. And both teams have exactly 171 yards from scrimmage at the moment. So Bob staying in this game. When Sean Payton asked Bill Parcells for advice before the Super Bowl against the Colts and Peyton Manning, that was Bill Parcells' line of advice is you're probably going to have to steal the possession because New Orleans was a bit of an underdog in the game for most of us, and I think Sean Payton felt the same way. And those are 2 of my favorite all-time coaches, so I like hearing stuff like that. There's an off tackle left Delaney. Guess right, he gets a couple. 2nd and 8. I like Peyton's personality a little more than Parcells, but I think they're both amazing head coaches that really understand the complete game of football. So it'll be 2nd and 8, pro set, not showing blitz. In run right, Delaney again, guessed correctly, or in run left rather. He loses a yard here, and it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Hunter a little bit excited on the sideline here. 3 receiver, 1 running back, 3-3-5, not showing blitz. 3rd and 9. North Penn at their own 45. We've seen him throw flat a couple of times and run Delaney. Possibly looking at a easier Fourth down opportunity. It's going to be short to Walker rather. He's double teamed and it's incomplete. Good call by Jay there. Declined the holding penalty. That would have been a plus 14, guess right. 41 wrong. So here is the punter, Steve Cox. He's kicking at 45 yards. And 1 yard return there by James Brooks. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11 for Wilmington. I believe they scored over 30 points a game. So North Penn's doing a good job holding them down, but Wilmington didn't allow many either, and their defense has not allowed anything so far. 7-0 Wilmington, mid-third quarter. It's going to be an off tackle, James Owens, and he loses a yard. He's a low fumble guy. Got a couple of short gains on 6 and 7, 24 on 12. So pretty good guess wrong runner. Also had some quite a few containment breaking carries on the upper end of his card. 2nd 11. Short to Joyner. It'll be guess wrong. It's got 14. Anderson 13 of 21, 129 at the moment. First catch for Joyner. They run left, guess wrong, Joe Washington. He's got 6. Going to set up 2nd and 4. It's going to be a look into Joyner. Guess right. Defender X her long gain. Oh, it was a short pass, I'm sorry. And he got 39. So Charlie Joyner making the catch. Donald Dykes unable to make the play. A 5 would have made the play, but he's only a 4. So Cincinnati into Lowry's field goal range at the North Penn 31, 1st down. Field goal feels like a pretty big score in any game that's 7-0. There's a look into Washington. Incomplete. So off tackle right, it's going to be guessed right. In Dan Ross unable to make the block. Set up a 3rd and 10. So you're right at the edge of field goal range here, but it's 3rd and 10. Three-3-5, blocking back set, not showing blitz. Off tackle left, Washington. Short gain, does it get the containment? No. White died 3, so 15 yards for Joe Washington, who's now 11 for 53. And it's 1st and 10 at the North Penn 16. .430 remaining 3rd quarter. Short to Ted Brown. There's no blitz coming, but it's guessed right, incomplete. Second 10. He's got Owens in as the halfback here. Again, we showed he's got 12 chances of a short gain or better. Guess wrong. 3-4 blitz. Flat pass right to Ross. He's being double teamed in the outside flat, incomplete. Nice call there by Bob. It was a white dice 6, so saved a 9-yard pickup. 3rd and 10. Blocking back set with Washington. And I'm guessing 3-3-5. 3-4, not showing blitz. Short to join or being double teamed by Fensick. Got the 14 off of Anderson's card. That's his only double team hit. That's on 7. Yeah, it's 14 yards down to the North Penn 2. Wilmington knocking on the door here to go up by more than 7. 7-0. 14-0 is hard. 10-0 is difficult, but 14-0 is really hard. Okay. Got Dennis joining. Good. Get him on board. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, what's going on? Go back to full screen.
Will do.
I can finally hear you. I'm running errands. I'm on my phone, so
Okay.
That's why I couldn't get on earlier.
No worries. Yeah, Anthony's listening on his phone too. He's got a son with a baseball game going on, so he's just listening in. And we got a 2nd and 2. Linebacker Hawkins gets wrong. He's in the end zone. No, he loses a yard. Nice play there by George Cumby, making the drive pokey. 3rd and goal at the 3.
You were mentioning earlier about the field goal kicker for Wilmington. That's such a huge advantage. In this set, to have such a solid kicker makes a big difference.
Yes. We've got a touchdown here. Ted Brown runs for 3 yards. Totally agree. There's a lot of kickers that are not even 50%, 23 to 32. Here he is at like 80, 82%, something in that range. So, and the extra point's good. There's no 2-point conversion, so he's down 2 touchdowns and a couple of extra points at the moment. 2:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Wilmington's not a team you want to get down to too far.
They do not allow a lot of points, and they have a great pass rush. So, linebacker Dexter Bussey grabs 5, 2nd and 5. Looking to Bussey, short yardage, pickup of 2. Jay's been showing a lot of short yardage in this particular game. Good running attack. As we mentioned earlier, North Penn ran exactly 50% of the time. So 3rd and 3.
And I think I saw a receiver reading where it was like lots of numbers, good numbers for North Penn, but it landed on the 7.
Freddie Scott's had like 2, at least 3 of those, if I'm not mistaken. So,
wow.
Yep. And he's got like a plus 41 on 8. So it's a double team correctly on a short to Walker, and it's incomplete. So 4th and 3, and North Penn, following the mantra of Dennis, is going to go for it. Off tackle right, Delaney gets wrong. He's got a 1st down, but there's a flag on the field. Offside.
Oh, that's a killer. Because as an offensive coach, you're like, okay, it worked.
Yeah.
But now he knows what I want to do. So is he going to counter that? What? So, should you do the same thing or should you mix it up? That's a tough one, especially on a 4th down.
Exactly.
And that's a nice guess wrong card. Who is that?
Joe Delaney. He had like close to 1,600 yards. I want to say 5.8 a carry. He definitely had an impact season. Look at Delaney. Oh, Jaworski with the 10 incomplete. Guess wrong.
So he switches up and called run, but the
They both
counter move
switched
didn't
to that.
work.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And Owens in at halfback here. Not exactly sure if Washington might not be quite as good or might just have more fumbles, but great hands for Owens for sure. There's a long pass. Guess right. 31 yards. Touchdown. Charlie Joyner. So Ken Anderson gets his first touchdown of the day. He's 16 for 27. I believe he just crossed over a couple hundred yards. And Wilmington with a very big 21-0 lead now. And the punter is just walking back toward the locker room. He knows he is not going to be needed again in this game.
Yeah, Jay's got him exactly where he wants him. 3-score lead late in the second half. Or
Yep.
late in the third quarter, at least. Is it third quarter or fourth quarter?
14:06 left in the fourth.
Okay.
Long to Reese McCall, incomplete. Delaney's got a plus 82 on end run, so he can score almost from here. But it's hard to run a whole lot when you're down 21-0. You just don't like keeping the running clock. Here's long to Scott. Guess right, incomplete.
Well, what's even worse than that is going 3 and out or 4 and out. So maybe mixing a run here with Mr. Delaney.
Yeah. He's done that pretty well, throwing flats or running on those situations. There's a pick. Tackled on the spot. And Mark Murphy with the interception. So the Generals take over at the North Penn 32, up 21-0. And field goal has extra magnitude here versus needing a touchdown because you're already up to 3 scores. Fourth, 14-yard pickup, flag on the field. It's declined as an offsides on the North Penn blitz. So 1st and 10 at the 18. Yeah, Anderson, 17 of 28 for 224 and a touchdown.
So is North Penn a legacy team that Bob took over and just didn't change the name?
No, that was the name he chose.
Okay, cool. What was the name before?
If I'm not mistaken, that was Mike Niemer's.
Yeah.
And it was the Granite Mountain Hot Shots. And I had to look it up to see what the meaning of that was. And that's a great name for a team. That was a bunch of firefighters that were fighting a blaze in Arizona, and I want to say around the Phoenix area or maybe in that general vicinity. And unfortunately, the fire changed directions and took the lives of a lot of firefighters. So,
wow,
that was a very meaningful and fitting name for a team. You name them after something you really respect and appreciate the sacrifice of. So,
yes. R.I.P. Mike Nemo.
Yep. Really miss Mike. He was one of my favorite guys in the leagues. So in run to Delaney. He's going to get 12. 1st and 10. So the pick off of Anderson there kept it 21-0 and kept the door slightly cracked here. A lot of time left, over 11 minutes. There's a short gain for Delaney. He's going to get 16.
Jay brought everybody to the line of scrimmage that time, so on the D card, that would have been stuffed.
Yes. 19 carries, 107 now for Delaney. He has 5 unfatigued carries remaining. He's the kind of guy you don't mind getting the fatigued carries as well. So pick up or incomplete pass there. Guess wrong to Walker. Walker. I keep wanting to call him Wes Walker, but it's Wesley Walker. Wes Walker, one of the favorites of Josh McDaniels in the Patriots' old offensive scheme. There's a short gain for Delaney on an end run. He's got 16. I think Josh McDaniel used to like to think that nobody, even if I throw to him 15, 20 times, nobody's going to double team Walker when I've got Randy Moss out here. And he just knew that Walker would basically run down, freeze a linebacker, And then he's going to be quicker off of the dead stop than any linebacker in the league, and just ran that play over and over and over. So, and Brady being, one of the most accurate passers in history definitely factored into that. 13-yard pass to Freddie Scott. First down at the Wilmington 4. North Penn was set up early in the game, down 7-0 with a 4th and goal at the 1, unable to score. Game would look a lot different if he had converted that one.
For sure.
No gain there. 2nd goal.
Got to get in here, and you want to get in as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
Said good luck on this drive, landing on the offensive cards on the running back. So let's see if he goes back to that.
Short to Walker. He's got a touchdown, plus 45. Only needed 4, but John Smith misses either an 11 or a 12 on extra point. Ooh, he makes it. He missed the 11 and he rolled the 12.
Wow.
21-7 with no 2-point conversion. That was a meaningful make on the extra point.
For sure. And even if, even if Bob doesn't come back to win this game, it feels good to get that touchdown, get that shutoff off the board. Now you can let your defense go to work and see if you can get another turnover.
Yep. Looking to Joe Washington, picks up 2. I don't think any team in this league is going to come into this game thinking they're the favorite over Wilmington. Wilmington is one of the best ever teams that we've ever had in IFL in 17, 18 years. So this is a real tough matchup for any team. And just to be in a competitive game in the 4th quarter feels pretty good, I'm sure.
Yeah, when I played them in the regular season, I had everything go my way, and I think I just barely won. That was his only loss all year.
Yes. Pick up 9 for Ted Brown, guess wrong. And 1st and 10, 7:12 remaining in the game. 1st and 10, Wilmington at their own 47. Short to Joyner. Let's guess right. Incomplete. Jay's plays smart, but he's not going to just run 3 times in the line and punt. He's going to try to control the ball here and at least get field position or get some first downs, but he's not just going to run 3 line bucks. So keeps the defense honest. Look at Ted Brown, incomplete, 2-minute zone penalty, holding on Wilmington.
Hey, man, I might have declined that.
I was just thinking the same thing. It's like, that's an extra 36 seconds he can run off the clock too.
Yeah, your goal when facing a great offense is just get him into 3rd and long. If you can get him into 3rd and long, you got a chance.
Exactly. Off tackle left Owens, so he's going to go for that 6-8 short gain. Oh, it's plus 4. So
nice call there by Bob.
Yes. I believe that would have been the short gain. Yes. So he's got it on 6 and 7 and then a plus 24 on 12 off tackle. And he's minimum fumble. And that's the only thing I can guess is why he's playing over Washington is there's only a few passes. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and with the carry, Jay's saving him for a game where it's going to be tougher in the next round, perhaps.
Probably right. Yep. Because usage is basically set for the 3 games of the playoffs. It's not monitored by one game at a time. So 4th and 16, they're going to punt. He doesn't have a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, but he's got some nice yards on his number 1 returner. A few plays like 16 to 25, and I think he's got a nice catch or a nice one on 2. Got a penalty offsides. 4th and 21, punting from his own 36. Did not go coffin corner on that one that I saw. No. 48-yard punt. Bounces back for a yard. So with 5:24 remaining, down 14, North Penn will take over. And again, Joe Delaney does have a plus 82 on his end run card. So
Well, if there's ever time for that to come up, this is it.
Exactly. And he can go 3 wide receiver set here, and that's based on the score. It's a loss of 2, single back gets to right. Would have been a +1. Clipping on North Penn, 8-yard loss, 1st and 18. Big blitz, got him. Curtis Green with the 2nd sack. And I wonder if that was an asterisk because it's not showing. It has to have been an asterisk because they're not showing anything on the sack chart. Yeah, Curtis Green's a 5'12", asterisk 1, so he must have been throwing to Delaney. That's where the automatic sack hurts.
Yeah, really.
So 7-yard pickup for Delaney, set up 3rd and 15, 4:12 remaining. Wilmington will play the winner of the Steubenville-Dallas game, which we're still working on scheduling. There's an interception. We'll see if Jay even attempts to return it. He may just, there's a flag down too. Mandatory offsetting penalties. Okay, 3rd and 15 again. 3:54 remaining. Giolini end run, 12 yards, stays in bounds, 4th and 3. Too early to get the timeout option if you wanted it. 3:18 remaining.
But good. Gives himself a shot on 4th down instead of 4th and 15.
Exactly. And key run call, short pass to Johnny Perkins, picks up 13, 1st down. Oh,
Penalty,
holding.
though.
So 4th and 13. A quick look at Jaworski's short pass card. He does have a 13 and a 14 on 6 and 7, respectively. Bob saying this might be the best game I've coached. I'm really stunned at how close this is, and the rolls since late 3rd have killed me.
those little details, the fine margins of a game are often decided by one or two dice rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, if it gets that early touchdown and it goes into the half 7-7, could change a lot of things.
Yep. Picks up 7, but it won't be enough.
All righty, I'm going to bail out. Tell both coaches congratulations, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dennis. Take care. So 1st and 10, Wilmington. They're going full house here. They're trying to gain a first down more than anything else in this world. +1, Ted Brown. He's a minimum fumble guy as well. .206 remaining. And soft tackle Owens, no gain. So 2-minute warning will stop the clock, and it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Generals. Hope the game hasn't froze here. I believe we may have a freeze though. Definitely on my screen, so I'm going to go ahead and restart. Let's check Task Manager for background processes, which we have. Get that closed. Mm-hmm. We may have again a new game ID coming. Yep, there's a new game ID. Okay, so 2 minutes left, 3rd and 9. Guess wrong. Off tackle left Owens. Pick up 3. Good job filling the zone there. And it'll set up a 4th and 6. They call a timeout. If they get a missed field goal, they'll have about 1:45, and the field goal's good. 24-7, Wilmington ahead. They get a nice, solid game out of Kenny Anderson today, and great job of play calling by both coaches. Wilmington's defense played really well, only allowed 1 touchdown so far. Short to Walker. He's got a short gain, 15-yard pickup. Does he get out of bounds? Yes. So out to their own 45. Long to Walker, 1 man deep, going, got a long gain, 35 yards. Jaworski with a strike. Ball at the Wilmington 20, clock down to 107. 2 timeouts left. Down to 9 plays, and there's a sack back to the 31. Ben Williams with the sack. Went through 88 chance. He got to 74, so the correct double team made the difference in the sack. Joe Laney runs for 1 yard, right in between his short gains, 3rd and 20. Now you're down to 8 plays. It's a 13-yard pickup. It's going to be 4th down. Calls timeout. See if he kicks a field goal to get it within. Yeah, he will. Get it within 2 touchdowns. And he gets the miss. As we mentioned, John Smith, 2 through 6, 11, and 12. He rolls the 8. So that's going to put an end to this game. Wilmington will win 24-7. Kenny Anderson with the kneel down. And Wilmington will go on and host the NFC Championship game. Wilmington won the NFC and championship game a couple of years ago in 1979. And they also won it all in 1975. I don't know if they've won another one in between those, but I know they've got those 2, and they're going for a 3rd, and we'll be the favorite in all their games. So Wilmington 24-7. We'll take a quick look at the stats. See if anybody jumps on. Hope they can. Again, I'm not sure. I'm doing live streaming to YouTube. I'm not sure if that's why it was difficult originally for Dennis to join or not. Wilmington was actually outgained 334-327. Wilmington ran the ball 28 times for 115. North Penn had a good running game, 29 for 163, 5.6 per carry. And a couple of picks for Jaworski. Kenny Anderson only had the 1, and that was part of it. But Wilmington kind of put them in a really tough situation on 4th downs, having to go for it a little bit, trying to find a way to get an edge and even up the score on things. Coach Jay, all right.
Hello.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, how you doing?
You did a good job. I thought you called a good game. It's just a very difficult opponent.
Yeah, I played Jay twice during the season. He crushed me both times, and this game started out pretty much like the first 2. It just was a really felt like Rocky going against Apollo Creed. But I held my own. I had him sweating quite a bit. It was a very good game. So that's all. My goal was to make him sweat a little bit. So
that you did. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's always kind of an adventure signing on with the settings here. So, yeah, Bob, you played fantastic. We mentioned it in our private chat. There were 2 crucial 3rd downs. One was a key double team. The first was off tackle, guessed wrong, but I hit the 3 to break contain. So, I think I was in field goal range at that point where I could have taken the points, but, breaking that allowed the touchdown because it was a struggle. I couldn't get anything going on offense. I had that first drive. There was a 15-yard penalty that put me down to the 35, the very first drive, and just kind of rolled in from there. And sometimes they say, when you score in the first drive, it's like getting a birdie on your first hole because the rest of the round's going to be a struggle. And that it was. And I give you credit. I mean, your defense, you were just on, and I was running, you were calling run when I was passing, you were calling pass, and you had a lot of correct double teams in there. So you were locked in. So, there was, just that flurry there in the late third or early fourth where it just several rolls just went my way and it just sort of got away.
Yeah, I don't normally go for that much on fourth down, but with your offense in the last two games we played, and plus I watched the game with Dennis against Tombstone, and both teams were going for fourth down. I said, I'm going to do the same thing today, and it paid off a lot, and then it paid off a lot. That I had the conversion, and then the penalty got called, so it came back. And then I had the man. I think he left the zone open. I think he left the zone open against me at least a half dozen times, and every time I went into the zero, and every time I didn't get a completion.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So
I know Scott missed a few catches on his card. He rolled a 7 a couple times.
That too. That's the game. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. There were some crucial penalties on both sides. And it's so that's for sure. And I did comment on it. It does seem like offsetting comes up once or twice a game. That seems a little off. The NFL, I don't see offsetting that often, so I don't think I do. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that's background noise. You don't even pay attention to it. So, no, it did. Played great. I had a feeling, you'd go for it a lot. I saw you were in that Tombstone game, and the way they're working out for him. I missed on my fourth downs. I shouldn't have gone for the first one. I got to 4th and 4. I felt like when I clicked on it, I thought I was a little closer to the 40, but it was at the 46. I was like, that's too far. I should punt this. This is a good spot just to back you up. But I missed, and then I missed my other time, and I think you were 3 for 7. You started off hot. At one point you were 3 for 7. At the end there, it might have added or something to it.
Yeah.
But So sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you, right? So
that's it. But against your team, the margin of error is so slim, so you have to really be on spot. And listen, it was tight. I think it was 7-0 until late third. So that's a win for me. Honestly.
No, it was. I had a feeling this one would get really tight. I mean, the first game we played, score was really lopsided. It was closer the second one. I do think you lost your 6th outside linebacker, I think, the first time we played.
Yeah.
And that is a total game changer for your defense. Because then, there's all of your flats are holes. And it also takes a 6 off of one of my running backs, who are both good receivers. And so, that was totally unfair, and so, I just said, this one's going to be really tight. And, that I saw some of your win against Dave Rockford, that put you in the playoffs, and that was bang, bang. And, you pulled that out. I think he had a couple of crucial, I think he had 3 crucial snap fumbles down the stretch.
Yes.
And that sort of open, but I mean, not the, but and then you just took advantage, bam, bam, bam. So it was a really good game. But so no snap fumbles for either team today. I did have I got a sack, but I rolled out of it. Right, I think it was a sack fumble chance. It was it's frustrating. You get a must run, you roll like a 10 or something, and then you can lose the fumble on a must run.
Yes.
Sack. Yeah, those are tough.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I think you had a strip sack. I got a strip sack against you early, but you recovered it and then wound up punting. But anyway, that was a lot of plays in there. A lot of plays.
Yeah.
So great job.
Yep,
Thank
well coached games for both you guys. Dennis threw in the same sentiment he was on earlier, but just a quick note. I noticed all the short pass drops. You had a lot of like 3rd and 2 bobs. You threw short and kept coming up 7 over and over to Scott. Seemed like Freddie Scott was just right by. He had like a plus 41 or something right beside it. But 3 rolls of that. And I think Jay did a great job of keeping Delaney. You're only going to hold him back a little bit, but he did a good job of keeping Delaney from dominating the game with those plus 9s, plus 8s. Guess wrong.
Yeah, he's got a great card. He's going to have a great card again next year. And then we lose him sadly, but he's got a really sweet card again next year. It'll be a handful. So actually, just got a decent start on the 82 draft list. So it's just I think I'll be able to put the that comparison page up here in just a little bit, and then it's raining here. I think rain is stacked up. Is it raining down in down in Dallas, Tim?
No, East Texas is getting hammered, like flooding and such, but our rain stopped here around 9 or 10 this morning.
Because it's been stacked up from Dallas all the way up north of here since Thursday. And I'm like, we're done with it. I keep looking over, water trickling in the basement over here while I'm playing. And so, yeah. So we'll, hopefully it clears out finally tomorrow. So, Bob, great job, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Good luck, and we'll be seeing you in plenty of other leagues soon.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Tim, too.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. And
thank you,
until
Tim.
next time, y'all take care. Good job.
Wait, do you know anything when you're playing, Tim?
Waiting to hear back from Dale, but I'm open today, tomorrow evening, and pretty much could play Monday. So it won't be long, but I haven't heard anything yet from Dale. So
okay, all right. Well, good luck when you get that sucker in. Hopefully, it's not too late. Our East Coast or West Coasters play a little later. What I can stay up, but at least it was nice that Anthony recorded that game and was able to catch it on the flip side. So
yeah. Well, the winner of Dale and I's game, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go to Wilmington. So whoever wins, it's like, okay, good luck with that, buddy.
Well, that's anything can happen, and of course the and penalties muddy the track. I mean, they do. They make the track slippery, and muddy it up. So
absolutely keeps teams more toward the mean versus going to the extremes. Because you never know. It could just not even be a lot of penalties. It could just be one crucial penalty that makes it a more even game. So.
Yep. Yeah. He had some tough ones. I know. I had a 50-yard penalty and had an interception taken away. So they quietly have major impacts. So yeah.
But Wilmington's going to be tough regardless. Probably, if not the best team in IFL history, it's really close. It's probably one of the top 2 or 3, if not the best. So it's going to be really hard for anybody to beat Wilmington this year.
I like it a lot. It's right up. My 74 team was really, really good. My 79 team is really, really good. I think it's close with my 74 team, and I lost in the championship to Dennis in that one. So 79, Mick beat me with Adeline. That's the one where I had the 2 of them, and so I let Mick and that had a great defense, right? Because that's when we were still using the defensive cards, and I had the Houston defense, and I was a monster. So
it's funny you mentioned that's the way championships work out sometimes. I had a better team in 75 and lost in the NFC Championship game than I did in 76, and we just happened to win the NFC Championship game, and it wasn't as good a team as the year before. And it happens a lot where
you
it's
get
not
in the
your best
tournament
team that wins.
You get in the tournament and see how they roll. So
and Tecmo, my best team was 93, and we didn't get out. We lost in the conference championship. So you never know how it'll work out.
Exactly. So, well, thank you, Tim. It's good to catch up, buddy.
Good to catch up.
All right, we'll talk with you soon, and good luck with your game.
Good luck with the basement. Have a great day.
Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.